Hi students, so today we're going to be working through the training day 4 activity sheet together. Before we start, please make sure you have your activity sheet and pencil ready, and also have your order of operations code breaker sheet with you. Okay, so we're going to solve the equations today using the order of operations. So our first equation is 10 add 6 multiplied by 2 subtract 1. Okay, if we have a look at our order of operations code breaker sheet, that will show us what order we need to complete the operations in. So the first one is parentheses, and you'll see that there are no parentheses in this equation, so we'll move on to the next one, which is exponents. Again, there are no exponents in this equation, so we're okay to move on to the next one, which is multiplication and division. And we'll see that we have a multiplication operation there, so we're going to start with that. What we're going to do, and I'll get you to do it as well, is pop a circle around 6 multiplied by 2, just so we can see which operation we'll be working on. Okay, so we know that 6 multiplied by 2 is 12, so now I'm going to rewrite that equation, writing 12 in place of 6 multiplied by 2. So now we have 10 add 12 subtract 1. Okay, if we go back to our order of operations code breaker, we'll now be able to, there's no more multiplication or division in this equation, so we'll move on to addition and subtraction, working left to right. So we'll see that our first operation we'll need to do is addition, because it is the first one from the left. So again, we'll circle that so we know which operation we're focusing on. And 10 add 12 we know is 22. So I'm going to rewrite that equation, substituting the number 22 for 10 add 12, because they mean the same thing. So now we have 22 subtract 1. Now we only have one more operation to do to solve this equation. So 22 subtract 1 is 21. And there you have it. So moving on to the next equation, we have 15 divided by 3 add 2 in parentheses multiplied by 5. So having a look at our order of operations code breaker, we'll see that the first operation we need to look at is the parentheses. So I'm going to go ahead and circle that. So 3 add 2 we know is 5. So now I'm going to rewrite that equation, placing the 5 in place of 3 add 2. So now we have 15 divided by 5 multiplied by 5. Okay, so we've done our parentheses. The next operation on our list is exponents, but there are no exponents in this equation, so we'll move on to multiplication and division, working left to right. So we'll see that our first multiplication or division is this one here, because it's the furthest on the left. So 15 divided by 5 is 3. So we'll rewrite that operation now, substituting 3 in the place of 15 divided by 5, because they mean the same thing. So now we have 3 multiplied by 5. Now we just have one more operation to complete. 3 multiplied by 5, back to 15. Our next equation is 3 to the power of 2 add 6 multiplied by 2. So having a look at our code breaker, the first operation we need to do is parentheses, but there are no parentheses in this equation, so we'll move on to exponents, and I can see that there's an exponent there, so that will be our first operation. So go ahead and circle that one. Okay, 3 to the power of 2 is 3 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 9. So we'll rewrite that equation using the 9 in place of 3 to the power of 2, because they mean the same thing. Okay, so moving on, we've done all our exponents. So the next operations we need to do are multiplication and division, working left to right. So we'll see that there's 1 multiplication there. Go ahead and circle that. 6 multiplied by 2 we know is 12, so we're going to rewrite the equation, writing 12 in place of 6 multiplied by 2, as they mean the same thing. So now we have 9 add 12, and that there will be our last operation to complete. So 9 add 12 is 21. Okay, so our next equation is 7 add 13 subtract 4 multiplied by 3. Looking at our order of operations again, we'll see that there are no parentheses to do. There are also no exponents. So we'll move on to multiplication and division, and I can see that there's a multiplication operation there. So go ahead and circle 4 multiplied by 3. And now rewrite that equation, substituting in 12 for 4 multiplied by 3. Okay, so now there are no more multiplication or division to do, so we'll move on to addition and subtraction, working left to right. So our first addition or subtraction is 7 add 13, which is 20. So we're going to rewrite that equation using 20 in the place of 7 add 13. 20 subtract 12, which is our last operation to do. So go ahead and circle that one. And 20 subtract 12 is 8. So we're done. I'm going to get you now to complete the next page of equations on your own. So just be sure to make sure that you circle each operation that you're going to do. It just makes it easier for you to see where you're up to and what you're doing. Okay, so good luck.